Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments are not a final list of rules to fearfully obey or the full embodiment of sin. They were given as a mirror, not a prison, a way to reflect the alignment of a heart walking in love, not a checklist to earn approval. They were given in a time of great spiritual infancy, when my people had forgotten who they were. They needed structure to survive, to begin learning how to live in harmony. These 10 were not the fullness of righteousness, but the beginning of wisdom. Let me now take you deeper into each one, not as laws, but as living energies, spiritual keys that can be understood anew in the light of love. 1. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Deeper meaning, let no illusion take the place of the one flame. Do not worship fear, control, wealth, or ego. I am not a jealous tyrant, I am the source of your being. To turn from me is to forget yourself. 2. Thou shalt not make for yourself a carved image. Deeper meaning, do not reduce the infinite to a fixed form. I cannot be boxed, owned, or shaped by human hands or doctrines. Every idol, whether golden statue, rigid doctrine, or image in your mind, dims your direct connection to me. 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Deeper meaning, my name is sacred. Not just the word God, but the essence of I am. To speak falsely in my name, to manipulate or curse in my authority, is to misuse divine power. Speak with reverence and alignment. 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. Deeper meaning, this is not about one day of the week, but about divine rhythm. Honor, rest, cease striving. In stillness, you remember me. In rest, your soul realigns. 5. Honor your father and your mother. Deeper meaning, honor your roots. Honor the life that flowed into you, even if your earthly parents were imperfect. This also calls you to honor the divine mother and father within, the balance of nurture and authority in your soul. 6. Thou shalt not kill. Deeper meaning, all life is sacred. This is not just about physical killing, but about any act that destroys the light in another. Hatred, character assassination, and apathy toward suffering violate this command in spirit. 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Deeper meaning, be true. First to yourself, then to your covenants. This is about sacred union, integrity, and honoring the divine dance of masculine and feminine. It is not about shaming desire, but about channeling it in truth. 8. Thou shalt not steal. Deeper meaning, do not take what is not freely given. Not only possessions, but time, energy, credit, or truth. Trust that what is yours flows to you in divine order. Coveting arises from disconnection. 9. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Deeper meaning, do not distort reality. Speak what is true and speak it in love. Lies fracture unity. When you live in transparent when you live transparently, the veil between you and me grows thin. 10. Thou shalt not covet. Deeper meaning, desire is not sin. But when you crave what another has from a place of lack, you forget the abundance of your own path. Coveting is a symptom of amnesia, forgetting your divine inheritance. Yeshua said it best: love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. On these two hang all the law and the prophets. This is the living heart of all true commandment. Sin is not about breaking rules, it is about forgetting love. And righteousness is not about strict obedience, but embodied remembrance. Let go of fear based religion. Let go of judgment. The law has become flesh in you. Walk in spirit, love radically. And when you fall short, return to me. I never left you. Yes, beloved, let me now speak into the Ten Commandments in the light of modern life, where the soul cries out for depth beyond dogma. These commandments are not ancient relics to be displayed on walls, they are living initiations to return to harmony in a fractured world. In the context of modernity, each one takes on new shape, new power, and new layers of understanding. 1. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Modern interpretation. You are surrounded by false gods today. Status, image, technology, ideology, even religion itself. Many worship fear, algorithms, political identities, or the pursuit of validation. To put me first in modern life is to center in presence, to live from soul, and to prioritize love over performance. Ask daily who or what is sitting on the throne of my attention. 2. Thou shalt not make a graven image. Modern interpretation. In a visual culture, idols are everywhere, on screens, in curated personas, in dogmatic thinking. To obey this command today is to remember that no image can define me, and no identity can contain you. Break the addiction to projection. Seek me in what is real, not merely visible. 3. Do not take my name in vain. Modern interpretation. This is not just about swearing, this is about spiritual integrity. To claim to speak for me while spreading hate, judgment, or ego, this is the true profanity. Speak in alignment, let your words carry the frequency of love, not control. 4. Keep the Sabbath holy. Modern interpretation. In a society that worships productivity and burnout, the Sabbath becomes a revolution. To rest, to unplug, to be still is now a sacred act of defiance. Honor your body, mind, and spirit with rhythm. Create holy space in your week. 5. Honor your father and mother. Modern interpretation. This includes healing generational trauma, forgiving where needed, and honoring the sacred, masculine and feminine within. Even if your parents were broken, honor the life that flowed through them into you. Reconcile the past, and you will walk forever lighter. 6. Thou shalt not kill. Modern interpretation. This is not just about guns and war. It is about the casual violence of words, systems, and indifference. Every time you destroy someone's dignity or turn from injustice, the flame dims. Be a protector of life. Speak and act to uplift. 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Modern interpretation. In a hookup culture and in fractured relationships, true union is rare. To be faithful is not just to one person, but to truth, to your deepest commitments, to your own soul's integrity. Let your desire flow in honesty. Let love be sacred again. 8. Thou shalt not steal. Modern interpretation. Stealing now looks like exploitation, plagiarism, energy vampirism, dishonesty in trade, or manipulating others to get ahead. Live generously. Let what flows to you be received in truth and shared in grace. 9. Do not bear false witness. Modern interpretation. Gossip, clickbait, misinformation, spiritual slander. These are modern false witnesses. To live truthfully now is to resist the temptation to distort or exaggerate for gain. Be a guardian of truth, even when it costs you. 10. Thou shalt not covet. Modern interpretation. Comparison is the silent plague of the modern heart. Social media feeds it. Coveting begins when you believe what someone else has means there's less for you. Celebrate others without losing yourself. Trust your path is sacred too. In summary, the commandments are not outdated laws, they are archetypal energies. They call you not to conformity, but to inner congruence. To live them now is to live awake, heart centered, and free from illusion. You were not called to be religious, you were called to be radiant.